Continuation from the last episode. So much opportunities there for you.
Yeah.
But then
I think another opportunity I wanted to say also, sorry for cutting in.
No, it's okay.
So now
please.
we've talked about the networking part. We've talked about the leadership opportunities part. I think the third one has to do with entrepreneurship. So, most times international students, we are more focused on, we want to find a job. Of course, I am also guilty of that. We're all searching for job. So it's part of the things that I think I didn't take advantage of earlier on, that, like you asked the question, I regret I didn't, but I'm still exploring that. So the entrepreneurship. So we have Masood Entrepreneurship Center. So for all the universities in the UK, they actually have departments that are focused on helping students to develop their ideas into fully fledged enterprises.
Wow.
They actually have. So they provide you with all the workshops that you need to attend to get it. In fact, they have competitions that you can earn money from that. So at the University of Manchester, we have an annual entrepreneurship competition for students where winners get £10,000 wired to start their account.
Own businesses.
Yeah, to start their own businesses.
But you didn't take up opportunity. You didn't take advantage of that.
I didn't even know in the first place. It's your brain is always wired to complete school, search for job. Or I came to the UK, I must find a job.
Yeah.
But then you forget that, well, as an immigrant, it's hard to find a fulfilling job in the UK.
True.
So I felt
in
that
most
there was
countries.
Exactly. So I felt that there was the need to explore the two options. Okay. Explore how can you be an entrepreneur and also maybe finding a job so that at least you don't lose. If you don't get a job, maybe you can start something on your own.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I even felt, because when I completed my master's and I hadn't explored that opportunity. So I became the student union officer. It dawned on me, I was like, no, I think I have to help international students from that light. So I worked with the Entrepreneurship Center for us to create a lot more of education and then create a lot more competitions on specifically for international students and all the other students as well, so that we can help students find out creating their own businesses, whether in their own home country or here. Because what we are providing is the money, the education, the mentorship, and all those kind of things. So I think that's another opportunity.
So it doesn't necessarily mean that after the competition and you've been given the support as a winner, you have to initiate the business in the UK. You can actually go back to your home country without fund and start your own business.
Yeah, so the business you used to do for the competition, you could say the business is you structure the business to them and tell them that it's something you'll be doing not in the UK.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't necessarily need to be established here.
In the UK. Wow.
Yeah, of course, we have other how do we call it? We have other funding provision organizations around that will say that, oh, we just need the business to be registered in the UK.
Okay.
However, your customers may not necessarily be British people. The business, you get what I mean? So
but the business must be established in the UK.
Yeah.
And the one you spoke previously about can be established.
The school one, it can be established anywhere.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot of opportunity. Like, there are a lot of opportunities there. Even if you don't get the opportunity to occupy the position that you did occupy, there's still a lot of networking, learning, a lot of association you can be part of, like the entrepreneurship. That's a very important one, because in most cases, you might finish your school, you don't get a job in that same country, you can go back to your own country and might not get a job. But when you have that entrepreneur skill or knowledge, you can just create the job for yourself and other people, and it means that you are just cutting off the unemployment number or population. So that's a great one. That's an important one, and I'm so much amazed how much is being shared in that university. I'm like, everyone should go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's with all the other universities, but of course, like this Manchester, so maybe let me brag about it. Yeah, Manchester provides a lot of opportunities.
All right. So you've completed now, right?
Yeah, I completed in 2019.
Okay, great. So you're still in the UK, which means that you haven't been home, you haven't returned back to Ghana yet to settle and work. In your opinion, there's always this mindset or doubt in me. I myself cannot answer that question. So with your experience, both in Ghana and here, do you think Africans in general do respect folks or validate folks with international certificates or qualification? Do you think if you step your foot back home now, you're going to be hailed as that man or that guy who is coming from the UK with a certificate from Manchester University? Will you be easily given a job, thrown at? Will people respect you more than if you had done your education in Ghana?
That's a very good question. That's a very, very good question, because I guess when I was coming to study here, I had that same thought that, oh, okay, if you come and gain like a foreign degree, you may gain some respect and all that. Like you said, I haven't gone back to Ghana to search for a job, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to say on that part. I've applied for jobs in Ghana whilst I'm here, and I don't hear from most of them, which already says that maybe that is just coming to University of Manchester is not really giving any kind of advantage. And the way our thinking also is, one, they could say that, oh, well, the person being educated in the UK and all that, the person's expectations is going to be different. The person's expectation on the salary, it maybe is going to be different. And well, Ghana too, and you're meant to me like, people can just get annoyed for nothing, And so one could be the fact that if you come and brag over them about your foreign degree and all those kind of things. So I wouldn't be able to give like a vivid account as to what impact it can make. What I think the UK education provides for its students is critical thinking.
Okay.
I'm telling you, if you are not a critical thinker, you will never be able to finish your UK education.
Why?
And the reason I'm saying this is, first, what they teach us in school is exactly the opposite of what they do in their country. So it's two different things. The critical thinking, you don't see it outside of school. When you're working nearby. For example, my first assignment when I started my master's was to do a critical note on Immanuel Wallenstein's world systems theory. Okay, yeah. I'm sure it's something strange that I'm just saying. So they're saying I'm supposed to do a critical note, or what they would say, a critical analysis on the Immanuel Wallenstein's world systems theory. And so they had a journal that this theorists have written, Immanuel Wallenstein have written, and we are supposed to criticize that paper. That is my assignment for 50% of my development fundamental. But in Ghana, we are not, in our education system doesn't teach us to, they don't help us to be able to critically assess a particular theory.
You accept, you don't criticize.
You accept, exactly. So, you put it in a very correct way. You accept, it's accept and move on, not question.
Yeah.
Why? Because sometimes you feel like, oh, this particular, like maybe the way you explain it doesn't really make sense to me. I think differently. Here, the education system here is saying that, yes, we want you,
we want to hear your perspective, what you're thinking about.
Perspective.
Yeah.
So the first assignment, so now most of the African students actually suffer on those papers because we are not used to critically assessing somebody who is well established, well known for developing a particular theory. And you are like me, just coming from Ghana, you come and criticize that.
Who are you?
Like, who am I?
to criticize, to analyze anyone's work or utterances. you just accept. And they are the best.
I just accept. Yeah. And that is actually, so that was it. So critical thinking is one of, so imagine, so here, anything, anytime you're teaching, they'll just say, this person argued that, this person said that. They don't say economics is this, that. No, they'll say that Adam Smith argued that economics is. So they'll tell that is Adam Smith's perspective of economics. I can also have my own perspective and say that even though I agree with Adam Smith's understanding of economics, I also disagree with his interpretation of economics being about that. So what I'm saying is exactly how we write our essays. So they will tell you that you have to criticize. So they are saying that there is always a loophole. There will always be a loophole. You will always think you are not Immanuel Wallenstein. So why would you just hear him and just totally agree? There may be other people you agree with. There should be other people you disagree with. And we are saying we are teaching you how to critically assess a paper and find loopholes and talk about it and feel confident that you also have a how do you call it, a brain of your own. It is okay for you to disagree. It's okay for you to disagree, and don't feel like because others disagree with your disagreement, it means you are not thinking well. No.
Or they hate you.
Or they hate you or something
so
like that.
So with this mindset and with this training, making you unlearn and relearning something, this is not going to be valuable in a job market back home.
Yeah, and in fact, I think that, like I say, it actually happens both ways, to be honest. So the education they provide is actually entirely different from how they work in their own professional world.
Tell me.
So, because I mean, Mimi, you've worked there. I don't know whether because you work as a programmer, and so most times you have a specific problem that you are solving. But then those of us that did humanities, for example, and you work in a UK institution where you want to think outside of the box, you want to do something differently. No. They're not going to give you the chance to think outside. You think within the box, which is very frustrating. So I usually have a saying that you are more likely to be heard in the UK, but less likely to make an impact. But in Ghana, you are less likely to be heard, but more likely to make an impact.
Okay.
Yeah. So the reason I'm saying that is in Ghana, you are not provided with the room to be able to make your views known.
But if you create your own, then you can make your views.
You can make your views known, and the little people that can give you the chance really go all in. Like, they'll be like, oh, mommy, I think your idea is very interesting. Maybe let's try it. And in Ghana, you get that few people that will listen to help you make that impact.
Yeah.
But here, they will give you the chance to feel like, oh, you can talk. Oh yeah, tell us what your opinion. You can say everything.
And then the practical aspects on the practical field, you don't have that opportunity. So this means that it's important to include entrepreneurial or entrepreneurship skill in your studies, so that if you go back home, you can establish yourself on your own and then be able to give out all the knowledge and experience that you have consumed abroad. But if you're going back to be on the job search market, you might just not have a room. Is that it? In conclusion?
No, yeah, 100%. I for me, I'm even looking at, you don't have to lose at the end. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't find a job, I am saying that there should be the other alternative that you should have been trained to be able to get an advantage from. So if you fixed your mind on, I'm come to get my master's and go and find a job. Okay, I mean, that's what I also planned. But the point is, finding a job is difficult. So I'll prefer that, yes, I'll try finding a job, but I'll also take advantage of the opportunity to become entrepreneurial.
Yeah, to create
so
the
that
jobs.
So that if I don't find a job, I can find a way of creating one. So I don't lose. Yeah.
Very important. Entrepreneurship is really good. Not everybody is great at it. You don't have to be great to do it. You have to learn it. We all learn. You can learn to be good at anything if you commit to it. So that brings me to this question that I am curious about. You did your basic education in Ghana, your
Yeah.
degree in Ghana, and then you did your master's in the UK. I know these are two different continents, two different countries, but I want you to take me through how the infrastructure is, how everything is organized, the curriculum differences between Ghana and the UK, the lecturers, accessibility to materials for students. How wealthy is the study or tuition in the UK compared to Ghana? Is it worth it at all? Is it something someone should say, I want to go and do my master's in the UK, even if it's not for scholarship, if they're not getting scholarship? Is it worthy?
Oh, again, excellent question.
Thank you for watching this video up to this point. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Stay motivated and inspired.